So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this video, and it's finally here. Um, I've been doing Shadow of the World 1v1s, ever since I can remember, but I never actually had the time to actually like sit down and talk to you guys on how to actually use the stand or how the moves work, how you do combos, etc. So today I decided to do just that. So this video is going to be divided into 3 parts. So part 1 is going to be going through all the moves. Yeah, we're just going to be going through all the moves, discussing how they work and all, and why they're good. And then for the second part, we're going to be talking about combos, how to chain your combos, and yeah, different combos for different situations. And for the third part of the video, which is going to be the last part, is tips on how to use Shadow of the World, you know, when it comes to 1v1ing certain stands, and yeah, just tips in general. And before I jump into the video, if you guys do find this video useful, I highly encourage subscribing because it actually helps the channel a lot, and you can always change your mind later. Okay, so now we're going to be going through each and every move of Shadow of the World. We're gonna go stand mode off first because there's two modes in case you guys didn't know. So if you go stand mode on E, and there's also stand mode off E. Okay, firstly we're gonna go through stand mode off left mouse click, the basic mouse click. Basically what this move is, it just slows your opponents and does a bit of damage. If you block, it actually negates the slow, which is something I actually didn't know. But if you don't block, then it's going to slow you, and it's actually really good for starting combos. So what you can do is like this, and then you can do that. See, it's really, and then you can follow up with knives, so it does really good damage. And that's basically it. There's not much to the move. It's just really good for starting combos. It's annoying. It's pretty annoying, and it's also really good at the same time. Okay, now we have stand mode off E, which is this move. This move actually has 2 variations. You can use it on the ground. It does that, just a simple punch, or you could use it in the air, which is going to be that. Now, when it comes to this move, I'd say it's good because 1, it ragdolls, but it doesn't like fling you super far to the point where you actually have to like get closer to your opponent again, which is actually good because once keep in mind, when doing combos, you actually want to link all your moves. And you can't exactly link your moves when you have your opponent like super far. Then you have to like, it's hard. I recommend using aerial E because it's really good for ragdolling and repositioning. So what you can actually do is this. This is like a pretty simple combo. Aerial E, and then LMB, and then knives. It's good because you ragdoll them, obviously, and then you use LMB to slow them, which is going to allow you to follow up with knives. Yeah. Okay, now we have stand mode off R. So this move is slept on, honestly, because of the range. See, I'm actually super close, but it didn't hit. The hitbox is super small, but what I like about this move is it ragdolls, and it doesn't fling you like I said. You're gonna want to use moves that allow you to chain your hits easily, because if you use moves that like fling your opponent like super far, then it's gonna be harder to follow up. That's the logic basically. And the good thing about stand mode off R is it's a simple ragdoll, and you can follow up with like aerial E. What I like to do with this is, since it's super hard to hit, you can't just walk up to a person and just go R unless they're like not paying attention. But what I like to do is you use stand mode on. So you use R, teleport, and then there. So basically what that does in slow-mo, I'm gonna do it slowly. You're gonna use R, you teleport, which is gonna slow them. It didn't slow me. And then you can use R to follow up. That's basically the essence of the move. So we're gonna do that again. R, teleport, R. See, it's pretty good. And the good thing about this move is once you get hit by the slow, it's gonna be hard to actually get out of the stun lock. Alright, so now pretty good move, it just doesn't have a lot of range. That's the issue with this. Now we're gonna move on to the lasers, the laser eyes. Yes. This move is actually quite spammable. Yeah, pretty low cooldown. It's a pretty fast projectile. It's not hard to avoid, but it isn't easy either. Okay, so we're gonna be moving on to the stand mode F move, which is this. I'm not sure if they actually buffed the startup on this. It just feels faster today. I don't know why, but back then this was extremely spammable. You could actually press F like every 2 seconds. It was pretty broken. And it took like back then you didn't have a lot of HP. Like stands didn't have as much HP as they did have now. It took like half your HP and you could spam it like every 2 seconds. It did way more damage than that. This move is actually very situational. I don't recommend like going up to someone and just pressing F because they can just block. And once they block your F hit, they can just follow up and you're pretty much dead. I recommend using this move when your opponents are ragdolled, like this. There, see, it's pretty good if they're ragdolled, but if they're not, then it's pretty easy to dodge anyways. Another tip, if you feel like your F is not gonna hit them, it's best you just reposition, because if you press F and you dash forward in front of them and you don't hit them, then they can just kill you. Yeah. So yeah, if you actually do if you use your F move at the wrong time and you don't hit them, let's say I didn't get hit here, then they can just hit you back, which is not good for you. We're going to be moving on to the Bloodsuck move now, which is the B move. This move actually used to be really good. I mean, it still is. Okay, don't get me wrong. But you could do like the Charisma combo where you would do Bloodsuck and then you could do the Y. But now I don't. Yeah, you can't. But what you can actually do is you can do B and then you can spam E. If they're laggy enough, that is. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. The good thing about this move is it actually heals you like a good amount of HP. And the bad thing about this move is it barely has any range. So yeah, so you have to make sure you actually hit your B, because if you don't, you can get punished. Because the thing about this move is let's say you hit nothing, you can't use any moves after for like a short period of time. So if you miss your B, you're gonna get countered pretty hard. Alright, so it's all about the B timing. What you can do is like that, slow them. But yeah, it's an okay combo, I guess. But once you're gonna hit your B, make sure so if you want to use Bloodsuck, make sure you're actually gonna hit them. Like you have to really make sure that you're gonna hit them. Another good way to use Bloodsuck is if you're getting barraged by your opponent, you can use Bloodsuck to stop the barrage, and yeah, it's pretty good, and it heals you too. So yeah, that's another good one. And that's pretty much all the moves for stand mode off. You have the R, you have the T, you have the Bloodsuck, and you have the F move. Now we're gonna be moving on to stand mode on, which is a completely different set of moves. Now, the first move in stand mode on is the E move. Oh, we're gonna go through LMB first. The LMB move is not the best, so I don't recommend using this. It barely does any damage. It doesn't benefit you whatsoever. So I highly discourage using stand mode on LMB, because like stand mode off actually slows, and you can just combo them. Yeah. But this is just, it's bad. It's pretty bad. Don't use it. Now we're going to be moving on to E, the E move, which is, I'd say it's a good move because it can actually, it's good for repositioning. So the thing about this move is it doesn't do a lot of damage. It does a decent amount of damage, but not too much. And the bad thing about this move is it knocks your opponents back so far. It's so far. That's so far. So I don't recommend spamming this move unless you just want to get some chip damage in, take some free damage, but that's about it. You can't really do much combos with this thing. Unless you're like pinned to a wall, then you can actually do some interesting stuff. Like stun lock. Yeah, you can do that. But that's only if they are pinned to a wall, which is pretty rare. That actually doesn't happen. That's pretty much it for this move. There's not much to it. You can actually do E teleport for like some chip damage, but that's just gonna knock your opponents back farther away from you. But you can always do that if you want that free chip damage. But yeah, that's about it for this move. It's just a knockback. Yeah. And now we have stand mode on R. This is an interesting move because it doesn't do that much damage. It does pretty okay damage. But the thing about this move is the slow. The slow on this is very, very annoying. And it actually bypasses block. So even if oh wait, does it bypass block? Question mark? Okay, it bypasses block, yeah. And you can also do this, which is R teleport, which is gonna slow them, and then you do R. That's the combo I like using a lot because it lets me use my R easier. You can also do this, which is R dash, which is gonna slow them, and then use Q, which is you know, it's gonna do a lot of damage since if you land both of your knives, then it does like 50 damage. So we can do that again. R, and then like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now, that's pretty much it for this move. Not much to it. It's just a slow. But yeah, it's pretty much it for this move. Now we're gonna be going through the H move. This is a very, very important move. Timing the H move can mean winning or losing. But yeah, if you time this right, you can potentially clutch a 1v1. But if you do time it wrong, then you can potentially make your opponent clutch the 1v1. So you want to time this right, because sometimes when it comes to like Shadow of the World 1v1s, when I'm up against another Shadow of the World, when I accidentally mistime my H, and they predict it, and it just puts me in a bad position. So basically, you're gonna want to time this right, obviously. It's all about the prediction. Yeah, and sometimes moves bypass the H, which is something I'm gonna talk about. Okay, let's say Audacity over here is using the H move. Just imagine he's using the H move. There's one way to bypass it, which is you have to do it quick. Stand mode on, R switch R, which is actually gonna bypass the counter. And the counter is a very important move. It dictates the pace of the 1v1 overall. It's all about the timing. It's so important. If you mistime your R, then you're pretty much dead. Okay, now we're gonna be moving on to the F move, which is the time stop. And obviously you don't use this in a 1v1, but yeah, you can do that. It's pretty good, I guess. But yeah, it's just a time stop. Not much to it. It's just a time stop. Yeah. Now we're gonna be moving on to the block. One thing not a lot of players do is they don't hold block. Back then, you could go full on aggressive with Shadow of the World. You didn't have I mean, holding block was still important, but not as important as it is now. Cause like back then, the dash cooldown was super broken. You could just spam V every like 1 second, and it was super hard to just like maintain holding block, unless you play super passively with Shadow of the World, which I don't like doing. A guy who was super good at Shadow of the World told me the best way to play Shadow of the World now is passive aggressively. You can actually tank a lot of damage. See? And then once they actually miscalculate, then you can follow up, and they're dead. Alright. Now, that's pretty much it. I think those are all the moves. Oh wait, no, we have the teleport move, which is this. Obviously, you just point your cursor towards where you want to go, and you teleport. You're gonna want to use teleport for starting combos, or just like initiating, basically. You can do this, which is pretty good for chip damage, I guess. Or you could do teleport R, and my ping is absolutely amazing. It's good for initiating combos, starting attacks, and all. That's basically it. and then you have the dash, obviously stand mode off, V. You're gonna want to use it for approaching enemies, obviously, and repositioning. Okay, for part 2 of this video now, we're gonna be talking about combos. Now we're gonna start with some basic combos. Okay, so combo number 1 is just aerial E. That was not aerial E. So combo 1 is gonna be aerial E, LMB, and then knives. So aerial E, LMB, and then knives. So that's pretty good for a good damage. I want to do it again slowly. Aerial E, LMB, and then knives. Really good. A really good combo. It's pretty basic, but it does some pretty good damage. Now for combo number 2, this is the R move combo, which I like using a lot. I want to do it slowly at first. You're gonna want to jump first. So jump, R, teleport, and then R. Switch back to stand mode off, then R. Okay, we're gonna do it slowly again. Jump, R, teleport. You can use LMB if you want, and then you can use R. There. That's the combo. Now we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna do it at full speed. And that's pretty much it. It's good because it does good damage and it slows. Now for the blood suck combos, I sometimes do this, and then I just do that, and then I use E, obviously. We're gonna do that again slowly. I think I should probably block. There. All right. So stand mode on, R, dash, knives, and then once it's possible, then you can land your B. I'm gonna actually try just a random combo here. Okay, that was pretty fast, but I'm gonna go through what I just did there. This is jump, R, teleport, LMB, R, which is gonna send them flying. Then stand mode aerial E, and then F. That's basically it. So once it comes to combos, okay, I want to put this out there. There are no specific combos that you need to use. It's up to you how you're gonna want to link these moves. I've seen lots of people use super unorthodox combos and they work. So I encourage you guys to experiment with what you feel is right. I highly encourage experimenting and having a feel of, you know, what feels good. What works for you guys. Yeah. I think that's basically it. Those are like the basic combos. Once it comes to making combos, you're gonna want to study each move and how they work. If you know how each move works and how they function, then you can make combos that are going to work, that are going to link. Okay, another basic combo. I wouldn't really call this a combo, but it's just a bread and butter combo. You knock your opponent super far. Okay, let's just use stand mode on E. Then you're gonna want to use lasers, which is the whole essence of this combo is you're gonna want to ragdoll them and knock them back super far, and they don't have the chance to like react to the laser, so it's gonna hit them. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen, but it's technically it. I have bad ping, guys, excuse me. Those are the only tips I can give on combos. Just experiment, okay? You don't have to like copy every single combo you see on YouTube, no. Just experiment with what you're comfortable with. If you have a combo that's super good and you're able to do pretty well, you're able to execute well, then go with that. You don't have to like follow the quote-unquote meta of combos or anything, if that even exists. But yeah, that's the whole point. Now for part 3, tips regarding how to use Shadow of the World. Okay, my biggest tip on Shadow of the World, this is going to be my biggest tip. okay, let's say you're doing a Shadow of the World 1v1. Shadow of the World versus Shadow of the World. Well, all I'm gonna say about Shadow of the World mirror matches, the whole match is gonna be defined by who uses the skills the smartest and who times it the best. Because if you're dumping all your skills and having no regards to your cooldown, you're gonna be dry of moves, and your opponent, who probably knows what he's doing, is gonna take advantage of that, and it's an opening for a combo, and you're pretty much dead. Which is why Shadow of the World 1v1s are super interesting. It's about how your opponents drop the moves. It's how they time it well. That's the whole essence of the Shadow of the World 1v1. Because if you dump all your moves and you hit nothing, and your opponent is gonna see that, oh hey, his moves are used up, then he's gonna go all out. That's technically Shadow of the World mirror matches in a nutshell. Another tip. This is a very simple tip. Hold block. That's all. Just hold block, dude. It's not hard. It does a lot. It helps a lot. And then you can just follow up. Yeah, just hold block. The best way to play Shadow of the World right now is passive aggressively. You're not gonna want to go like full on all out unless you're that type of person. You just dump all your moves and you end up hitting nothing, and your opponents, if they know what they're doing, they're gonna see that, and they're gonna strike back. Basically what you're gonna want to be smart with your moves. You're gonna want to take advantage of your cooldowns. And the counter is so important. I cannot emphasize how important this move is. Yeah, you're gonna want to time your moves correctly. Now, I'm gonna play some 1v1s, and we're gonna go through some really good 1v1s I've had. Okay, this one. Alright, this one is a good one. Alright, so we start the 1v1 with T. And I thought I was fighting this guy, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, so we start the 1v1. I hold block, obviously, and he's probably holding block too. He's holding block, and I want to start a combo on him, so teleport R. I try to slow him, and then I go for the F, which is a pretty questionable move I did there. But I think I hit him. Yeah, he's in block. So yeah. Now I counter. Okay, so he used the V move, which is a dash. And he uses aerial E, and he doesn't hit me. And after fighting so many Shadow of the Worlds, I swear, every single Shadow of the World user, okay, I'm not saying every single one, but I swear most Shadow of the World users, after they do aerial E, they just go with stand mode. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, sure, it does good damage, but like it's a stereotype. I know he's gonna use stand mode E, and he does. So I use the counter. I time it really well. Now I'm holding block. Now he tries going for the F move, and we're gonna rewind back there. So so he goes for the F move, and if I don't move out of here, he's going to hit me. So okay, so the thing about the F move is, if, let's say this guy uses F and he's in the startup animation, if I hit him, it cancels it. So it's a good counter. So I tried to do that, but I miss. But hey, I didn't get hit, which is a good thing. And he tries to, and then he shakes his screen violently, and goes with the stand mode E again. But then I hit him with the aerial. And I try to go with the E dash, but I had dash on cooldown, so that didn't work. And he uses counter, so I use mine too. And then he uses LMB, which is, like I said, it's a very annoying move. Once you get hit by this, it just slows you so much. So I use it on him as well. I try to get the E in there because I'm slow. We're both slowed, and I try to hit him with the E, and it didn't work. Now, there we go again. He goes with the teleport E, and he doesn't hit me. So I see this as a punish. There. Okay, so I was holding block here. He's just too aggressive here. He's just going too aggressive here, to the point where it's not even good for him anymore. Now, he hits the aerial E on me, but I'm on block, which is why block is so good. Hold block. And I see that as a punish. I try to hit him, but I don't. But I hit him with there. That was great. That was great. So I go for the punish since he used up almost all his moves, but I don't hit him. He goes with the E again. This guy just loves using his E move. And then I hit him with the E. Oops. Okay. And then I hit him with the E, the grounded E, but not the aerial E. Stand mode off. And he's ragdolled, so that's a perfect opportunity to use F. And I do hit him. Now, by this point, there's a huge chance I'm winning this already. And he hits me with the E move again. He just loves doing the teleport E. I do counter, and he hits me on counter. He goes for the teleport E again. He just loves his teleport E. And then I hit him with the slow. I use knives. I go counter real quick. Okay. So I hit him with the R. He's slowed. He's slowed right now. I hit him with the knives. And okay. Since I'm using the knives here, I'm vulnerable. He can just drop the block and hit me with E again. So I go with the counter. And he doesn't hit me. So I go with dash E. And I hit him in block. And now he used his aerial E. He hit me in block, and he's pretty much dead here. Yeah. So that was a good 1v1. Okay, so this one is actually a very intense 1v1. I'm gonna call him Ninja. A Ninja, my friend, is really good at Child of the World. This is the guy who taught me how to use this stand. This is the guy. It all started with him. We've been friends for a long time. So I'm technically 1v1ing my sensei, in a sense. Okay, we start the 1v1 with lasers. I use counter, and he times the E well. So this is going to be a very intense 1v1, because the 1v1 earlier was not that intense, because there were lots of... he mistimed a lot of moves, but this one is a very close match here. Now, we're both using lasers. I'm holding block, and he goes with the teleport E. That's a good move, because I'm holding block. He's going to want to use a move that's going to knock me back, so that it's harder for me to hit him back. Now, okay, he times the counter really well here. He times it really well. So I'm gonna hit him with the aerial E, and he times the counter well. So I try to hit him back with the R, and he knocks me back super far. All right, so now I try doing some chip damage with the teleport E, and I miss. I go with the F move. I don't hit him. I try to hit him. He's on the startup animation. We can cancel it, but I didn't hit him. Now I go with counter, and then I go with teleport R. I just love using that. Now I see, okay, he's using counter. Ow. Okay, that was pretty good. We were at a I was at a very bad distance here. I was too close. And now he drops the counter. He goes with the R, which slows me, and he hits me with the stand mode R. Now I'm holding block here because I have to be careful, because I'm pretty low here. Okay, I used T. Electo was just watching there. Now he uses counter, and that was okay. I included this in my montage, but when I saw him use the counter, I tried bypassing the counter with the teleport R, and then okay, we're gonna do this in slow motion. I use teleport R, slowing him. I use stand mode R. Oh, hold on. This is just too fast. Actually, you know what? I see him use a counter and he drops it. So I go with teleport R, stand mode R, which is gonna slow him. And then I use the R. I try to use the kick. It doesn't hit, unfortunately. And then I hit him with the aerial E. And then I hit him with the LMB, and I follow up with knives. And I know he's gonna hit me because he just stood up. So I timed the counter perfectly, and I try to hit him back, but he dodges it. And now he's using knives, which could be a punish, but he hits me with the R, and yeah, it's a punish for me here. Now, I'm holding block because he's hit me with the R. I need to hold block here. But unfortunately, I used block at the wrong time, so I didn't block any of that damage. But I did block the aerial E here, which is great. And now I follow up with the E. Now we're both ridiculously low here. It's just a matter of who uses the moves right. Okay, he tries to break my counter, but I hit him. Now we're both super low here. Like one hit is gonna kill us. He tries hitting me with the knives. He's trying to actually kill me with the knives because I'm super low, and he knows he can actually do that. Instead of trying to hit a combo, he just tries using projectiles. Somehow that didn't hit. Okay. Now see, he's spamming projectiles now, which is a smart move because I'm super low and he has more HP. And then I hit him mid-air. That was nasty. That was absolutely nasty. I hit him mid-air. That was nasty. And it was a good 1v1. And that's the end of the video. I hope this helped. This is not exactly the best Shadow of the World guide out there. I mean, hopefully it is. I tried my best, guys. If this did help you, I highly encourage subscribing. It means a lot. It helps the channel. And yeah, it shows that you guys appreciate the amount of work I put into these videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. This is actually a fun video to make. I can actually do live Shadow of the World commentaries. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.